Do you microwave all your leftovers because you think it's the safest and quickest way to eat at home? You might be shocked to learn that certain foods actually become toxic when heated in a microwave. Cardiologists, oncologists, and neurologists alike warn that a few everyday foods, when microwaved, can release compounds linked to cancer, heart disease, and serious memory loss. In this video, we're uncovering 5 common foods that should never be microwaved after the age of 60, and you'll understand exactly why. These are foods most people heat up without thinking twice, but when you microwave them, their chemical structure changes, producing harmful toxins or triggering processes that destroy vital nutrients your brain and heart depend on. So stay tuned until the end, because the final food on this list is something almost every household microwaves at least once a week, and yet it has been scientifically connected to brain inflammation, memory loss, and a sharply higher risk of heart disease over time. By understanding what belongs in your microwave and what doesn't, you'll not only protect your health, but also preserve the nutrients that keep your body strong, your mind sharp, and your heart beating steady. Now let's begin. Number 1, processed meats. Most people microwave processed meats without giving it a second thought. Leftover bacon from breakfast, a few slices of deli ham for a quick sandwich, sausage links reheated for dinner. It's fast, it's easy, and it seems harmless. But according to food safety specialists and cancer researchers, microwaving processed meats triggers a dangerous chemical reaction that most people have never heard of. The International Agency for Research on Cancer, which is part of the World Health Organization, has classified processed meat as a Group 1 carcinogen. That means there is strong, confirmed evidence that eating processed meat causes cancer, especially colorectal cancer. But here's what makes microwaving even worse. Research published in the journal Lipids in Health and Disease found that microwaving processed meat significantly increases the production of something called cholesterol oxidation products, or COPs. These are harmful compounds that form when the preservatives inside the meat react with the intense, uneven heat of a microwave. COPs have been directly linked to coronary heart disease, clogged arteries, and increased inflammation throughout the body. On top of that, processed meats already contain sodium nitrite, a preservative that keeps the meat looking pink and fresh. When heated, especially in a microwave, nitrites can convert into nitrosamines, which are known carcinogens that damage cells at the DNA level. You can't see these compounds, you can't smell them, but they quietly build up in your system over time, especially after 60, when your body's ability to repair damaged cells slows down significantly. That means something as simple as microwaving a few slices of ham could slowly harm your heart and raise your cancer risk in ways you don't notice until years later. The American Institute for Cancer Research recommends eating little to no processed meat at all, but if you do eat it, the way you cook it matters. Preparing processed meats on the stovetop or in the oven produces far fewer of these dangerous compounds than the microwave does. Even better, try replacing processed meats with healthier options like grilled chicken, baked fish, turkey, or lentils. These alternatives give you protein without the hidden chemical cost. Your heart and your body rely on clean fuel to function properly. Every time you skip the microwave and choose a safer cooking method, you're quietly reducing your risk of heart disease and cancer. Something so small, yet powerful in keeping you healthier and more vibrant with each meal. Number 2, leftover rice. This one surprises almost everyone. Rice seems so innocent, so harmless. But leftover rice that hasn't been stored properly is one of the most dangerous foods you can reheat in a microwave. And most people have no idea. The problem is a bacteria called Bacillus cereus. It's found naturally in uncooked rice, living in the form of tiny spores. When you cook the rice, most bacteria die, but the spores of Bacillus cereus survive. They're heat resistant. They can live through boiling, frying, and yes, microwaving. If cooked rice is left sitting out on the counter, in a rice cooker, or at room temperature for more than an hour or two, those spores begin to multiply rapidly, and as they grow, they produce toxins. Here's the critical part. Those toxins are heat stable. That means no amount of reheating will destroy them. You could microwave that leftover rice until it's boiling hot, and the toxins would still be there, invisible and odorless, waiting to make you sick. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Bacillus cereus causes an estimated 63,000 cases of food poisoning in the United States every year. Symptoms include severe vomiting, stomach cramps, and diarrhea. And for most young, healthy people, it passes within 24 hours. But for older adults, especially those over 60 with weaker immune systems, the consequences can be far more serious. Food poisoning from Bacillus cereus can lead to dangerous dehydration, kidney problems, drops in blood pressure, confusion, and in rare but documented cases, organ failure, and even death. A single episode of food poisoning that a 30-year-old shakes off in a day can put a 70-year-old in the hospital. The way you handle rice after cooking is everything. Don't leave it sitting out on the stove or counter. Spread it into a shallow container so it cools quickly, and refrigerate it within 1 to 2 hours. Use it within 2 to 3 days maximum. When you do reheat it, make sure it reaches at least 165 degrees Fahrenheit all the way through, and never reheat rice more than once. If the rice smells sour, feels slimy, or you're not sure how long it's been sitting out, throw it out. It's not worth the risk. Your digestive system becomes more sensitive as you age. What seemed harmless at 40 can become dangerous at 70. Proper rice storage isn't just about avoiding an upset stomach. It's about protecting yourself from a hidden threat that most people don't even know exists. A simple shift in how you handle leftover rice can quietly keep you out of the emergency room and feeling strong for years to come. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, leafy greens like spinach and kale. Leafy greens are supposed to be the healthiest foods on the planet, and they are when eaten fresh or cooked properly. But when you reheat leftover spinach, kale, or chard in the microwave, something changes at the chemical level that most people never think about. These vegetables contain naturally high levels of nitrates. On their own, nitrates are completely harmless and even beneficial for your blood pressure and circulation. But when exposed to the intense, concentrated heat of a microwave during reheating, those nitrates begin to convert into nitrites. And nitrites, under the right conditions, can further transform into nitrosamines, one of the most well-documented carcinogenic compounds known to science. The International Agency for Research on Cancer has classified nitrosamines as a probable human carcinogen. Research published in Food Chemistry has shown that microwave spinach contains significantly higher levels of nitrites compared to fresh spinach. The European Food Safety Authority has even issued warnings about reheating spinach for baby food. And Germany's Federal Institute for Risk Assessment requires warning labels on pre-cooked spinach products sold in stores. Now, does reheating spinach once cause cancer? No, but the concern is about repeated, regular exposure over months and years. Every time you microwave leftover leafy greens, you're adding another small dose of nitrosamines to your system. And after 60, your body's ability to repair DNA damage slows down. That means these compounds become more dangerous as you age, not less. What seemed harmless at 40 carries far more weight at 70. Another issue is that microwaving destroys the delicate vitamins and antioxidants that make leafy greens so valuable in the first place. Vitamin C, which helps block the conversion of nitrates into harmful nitrosamines, is one of the first nutrients to break down under microwave heat. So you're not only creating a problem, you're also removing the very compound that would have protected you from it. The best way to handle leafy greens is simple. Eat your cooked spinach, kale, or chard fresh whenever possible. If you have leftovers, toss them cold into a salad or blend them into a smoothie instead of reheating. If you must warm them, use low, gentle heat on the stovetop rather than blasting them in the microwave. And here's a powerful tip. Eat plenty of vitamin C-rich foods like oranges, bell peppers, and strawberries alongside your greens. Research shows that vitamin C actively blocks the formation of nitrosamines in your body, giving you a natural layer of protection. Leafy greens are one of nature's greatest gifts for brain and heart health, but microwaving them strips away their healing power and replaces it with hidden risk. Keep them fresh, keep them raw when you can, and your body will thank you every time you eat them full of life rather than chemically depleted. Number 4. Any food in plastic containers. This might be the most important one on the entire list, because it's not about a specific food. It's about what you're putting that food inside when you heat it up. When you microwave food in plastic containers, plastic wrap, takeout boxes, or old butter tubs, the heat causes chemicals embedded in the plastic to leach directly into your food. You can't see it, you can't taste it, but it's happening every single time. The two biggest chemicals of concern are BPA, which stands for bisphenol A, and phthalates. Both of these are what scientists call endocrine disruptors. They interfere with your body's natural hormones, especially estrogen and testosterone, throwing your entire system off balance. Research published in the American Journal of Medicine confirms that BPA and phthalates have been linked to breast cancer, prostate cancer, and liver cancer. They've also been connected to insulin resistance, obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, and cardiovascular disease. A major study from the University of California found that exposure to chemicals from plastic appears to reduce fertility and increase cancer risk across the general population. And here's what most people don't realize. Even containers labeled microwave safe only mean the plastic won't melt or lose its shape. It does not mean that chemicals aren't leaching into your food. Studies have shown that even BPA-free plastics can release other hormone-disrupting chemicals when exposed to heat. The label is about the container surviving the microwave, not about your health surviving the chemicals. Cold temperatures slow this process, but the moment heat enters the picture, especially microwave heat, where the chemical bonds in plastic weaken and tiny particles of plastic and its additives migrate into whatever you're eating. Fatty foods, oily foods, and acidic foods like tomato sauce absorb even more of these chemicals. Over time, this silent exposure adds up. After 60, your body's already going through hormonal changes. Adding endocrine disruptors from heated plastic into the mix can worsen cardiovascular problems, interfere with your metabolism, and according to emerging research, even contribute to cognitive decline. The fix is simple and costs almost nothing. Stop microwaving food in plastic. Use glass bowls, ceramic plates, or stoneware instead. If your plastic containers are scratched, cloudy, or worn out, throw them away immediately because damaged plastic leaches chemicals even faster. Never use takeout containers, deli tubs, or styrofoam in the microwave. And never cover food with plastic wrap while microwaving. Use a paper towel or a ceramic plate as a lid instead. This single change, swapping plastic for glass, may be the most protective thing you do for your health all year. It takes no extra time, no extra money, and it removes one of the most consistent sources of toxic chemical exposure in your daily life. Think of it as a quiet act of self-care, something so small yet powerful in keeping your heart, your hormones, and your brain safe with every meal. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now then, let's move forward. Number 5. Ultra-processed frozen microwave meals. And now we arrive at the food that nearly every household microwaves at least once a week. Frozen microwave dinners. Those convenient pre-packaged meals that promise a full dinner in just 4 or 5 minutes. Frozen microwave meals are a staple in most homes. Yet they're one of the most quietly dangerous foods when it comes to long-term health. And almost no one talks about it. Let me be clear. Freezing food is not the problem. Frozen vegetables, frozen fruit, frozen fish, those are all perfectly fine. The danger is in the ultra-processed, ready-to-eat frozen meals that are loaded with sodium, preservatives, trans fats, artificial colorings, and chemical additives designed to make cheap ingredients taste good and last for months on a shelf. The Harvard School of Public Health reports that consuming high amounts of sodium contributes to high blood pressure and sharply increases the risk of stroke, heart disease, and heart failure. Many frozen dinners contain 800 to over 1,300 milligrams of sodium in a single serving. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 1,500 milligrams per day for most adults, so one frozen dinner can consume nearly your entire daily limit in a single sitting. For older adults managing blood pressure or heart conditions, this is not a minor concern. It's a direct threat. But it's not just the sodium. The bigger, more alarming story is what these meals do to your brain. In a major study presented at the Alzheimer's Association International Conference, tracked over 10,000 middle-aged and older adults in Brazil, and found that people who got 20% or more of their daily calories from ultra-processed foods saw a 25% faster decline in their ability to plan, organize, and carry out tasks compared to people who ate mostly whole foods. Another landmark study published in the journal Neurology tracked over 72,000 adults in the United Kingdom for an entire decade. The results were staggering. For every 10% increase in ultra-processed food consumption, the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease rose by 14%, and dementia risk overall increased by 25%. Scientists believe these foods increase inflammation throughout the body and may fuel the growth of tau protein tangles, which are a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. The sodium raises blood pressure, which reduces blood flow to the brain. The preservatives and additives trigger oxidative stress, and the lack of real nutrients starves your brain of the fuel it needs to stay sharp. And remember what we just said about plastic? Most frozen meals come in plastic trays that you're told to heat directly in the microwave. So you're getting a triple hit: excessive sodium damaging your heart, ultra-processed chemicals accelerating cognitive decline, and plastic compounds leaching into your food, all at the same time, all in one convenient little tray. Instead of relying on frozen dinners, try batch cooking on weekends. It doesn't have to be complicated. Bake some chicken, steam some vegetables, cook some rice or sweet potatoes. Store them in glass containers and you'll have healthy homemade meals ready to heat all week long. If you do buy frozen meals, read the label carefully. Look for options with less than 600 milligrams of sodium per serving, minimal ingredients, and whole foods you can actually recognize. And always transfer the food from the plastic tray into a glass or ceramic dish before microwaving. Never heat food in the packaging it came in. Highly processed frozen meals may save you 5 minutes today, but they can cost you years of sharp thinking, steady energy, and heart health tomorrow. Cancer, dementia, and heart disease don't happen overnight. They're the result of years of small, repeated choices, like reaching for that frozen dinner instead of something real. When your brain and your heart deserve better than a plastic tray full of sodium and chemicals. Small habits like this make a big difference over time. The foods we eat daily either heal us or harm us, and something as simple as what you put in your microwave can tip that balance toward health or toward disease. As we close this video, take a moment to think about how many of these 5 foods, processed meats, leftover rice, leafy greens, food in plastic containers, and frozen microwave meals, you've been microwaving without a second thought. Most of us use the microwave out of habit, believing we're saving time and being practical, when in reality, we may be quietly doing the opposite of protecting our health. The way you heat your food affects far more than convenience. It affects your heart, your brain, and your long-term well-being. Cancer, heart disease, and memory loss don't happen overnight. They're the result of years of small, repeated choices, like what we cook, how we store it, and what we heat it in. Every decision either strengthens your body or weakens it. And the beauty of this truth is that it means you still have control. It's never too late to change your habits and protect yourself. By choosing safer cooking methods, switching to glass containers, handling your leftovers properly, and replacing frozen dinners with simple homemade meals, you preserve the nutrients, the natural defenses, and the balance that your body was designed to thrive on. You'll notice your meals taste better, your digestion improves, your energy feels steadier, and more importantly, you'll be protecting your brain and your heart from the chemical stress caused by habits you may not have even questioned until today. These aren't complicated medical procedures. They're simple, practical steps anyone can follow. And for adults over 60, these small adjustments can make a remarkable difference in overall health, independence, and quality of life. You've spent a lifetime taking care of others. Now it's time to take care of yourself in the simplest, smartest ways possible. Please remember that this video is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not medical advice. Always consult your doctor before making any changes to your diet or health routine, especially if you have existing health conditions. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.